So, here are the celebrities who passed right in front of their fans. 1. Brandon Lee. As the son of martial arts legend Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee was poised to make a name for himself, but his life came to a shocking and heartbreaking end right in front of the cameras. Sadly, his life and career were cut short on March 31, 1993, during the filming of The Crow. While filming a scene, a tragic accident occurred when co-star Michael Massee fired a prop gun at Brandon. Unbeknownst to the crew, the gun contained a fragment of a squib round from an earlier mishap. This fragment proved fatal when it was discharged during the scene, striking Brandon and ultimately causing his death. In the aftermath, the filmmakers faced the difficult decision of how to handle the footage of Brandon's death. Out of respect for his memory, they chose to remove the actual footage of the accident. Instead, they used a stunt double and special effects to create a new sequence in which his character dies by a throwing knife. This approach allowed the film to be completed while preserving Brandon's dignity. Brandon Lee's untimely death serves as a stark reminder of the risks involved in filmmaking and has left a lasting impact on both his fans and the industry. 2. Owen Hart. On May 23, 1999, professional wrestler Owen Hart tragically lost his life in front of a live audience of 18,000 fans at the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri. That day, Owen planned to make an unforgettable entrance as his superhero persona, the Blue Blazer. The stunt involved him being lowered into the ring from the arena's ceiling, suspended by a harness and rope. However, disaster struck when the rope holding him suddenly snapped, causing Owen to fall 70 feet to the ring below. The horrifying accident occurred in full view of the audience, yet many fans initially believed it was part of the show. The nature of professional wrestling, with its mix of drama and stunts, led spectators to think Owen was playing a prank, further heightening the tragic irony of the situation. Even more distressing was the decision made by the event organizers to continue the wrestling matches without informing the audience of Owen's death. This choice to carry on with the event as if nothing had happened has since been heavily criticized and remains a controversial topic in the wrestling community. 3. Ty Longley. Musicians aren't safe from this list. Ty Longley, a talented guitarist for the rock band Great White, tragically lost his life during a performance at the Station nightclub in West Warwick, Rhode Island on February 20, 2003. The band had just started their set when a catastrophic fire broke out, claiming the lives of 100 people, including Longley himself. The blaze was ignited by pyrotechnics set off by the band's tour manager, who quickly engulfed the venue in flames. As the fire began at the back of the stage, lead singer Jack Russell instinctively attempted to douse the flames with water, but his efforts were in vain. Realizing the severity of the situation, the band members and concert-goers scrambled to escape the rapidly spreading fire. Panic set in as hundreds of people rushed toward the exit doors, causing a deadly bottleneck that trapped many in the burning building. The fire spread with such ferocity that many victims were unable to escape and were burned beyond recognition. Longley, like his fellow band members, initially made it out of the club alive. However, in a tragic turn of events, he returned to the stage to retrieve his guitar, a decision that cost him his life. The inferno consumed the venue before he could escape again, making him one of the many victims of that night's tragedy. The Station nightclub fire remains one of the deadliest nightclub fires in U.S. history and serves as a haunting reminder of the devastating consequences of inadequate safety measures during live performances. 4. Ken Steadman. Ken Steadman was a rising star in the 1990s. He was finally starting to see his hard work pay off as his career began to gain momentum. Tragically, just as his star was beginning to rise, his life was cut short on September 20th, 1996. Steadman was on the set of the popular TV series Sliders in El Delano, California, when he was involved in a fatal accident. While driving a dune buggy across a dry lake bed, the vehicle unexpectedly overturned, trapping Stedman inside. Despite immediate efforts to save him, Stedman was critically injured in the accident. He was airlifted to a hospital in San Bernardino while still unconscious, but sadly, he succumbed to his injuries upon arrival. He was only 27 years old at the time of his death, which came as a shock to his colleagues and fans, who had just begun to witness his potential as an actor. What makes this tragic incident even more poignant is that another actor, who was also riding in the dune buggy with Stedman, survived the crash. 5. Sarah Georgiou. Sarah Georgiou was an acrobat and a respected member of the renowned Cirque du Soleil, where she performed in the spectacular show Ka at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Audiences were captivated by her daring stunts, unaware that one night the spectacle would take a terrifying turn. On June 29, 2013, tragedy struck during a performance when Sarah, while executing a high-flying routine, fell to her death. As the show neared its conclusion, Sarah's safety harness unexpectedly snapped, causing her to plummet 90 feet from the stage to the ground below. The horrifying incident occurred in front of a live audience, many of whom initially believed that Sarah's fall was part of the show's elaborate acrobatic acts. The audience, accustomed to the daring and seemingly impossible feats typical of Cirque du Soleil performances, did not immediately realize the gravity of the situation. However, the tragic reality soon became apparent, leaving those in attendance in shock. The incident also sparked discussions about the inherent risks involved in such performances, even for seasoned professionals like Sarah. Her death serves as a somber reminder of the dangers faced by performers who push the limits of physical ability to create breathtaking art. 6. Christina Grimmie. Christina Grimmie was a rising star with a voice that captivated millions, first gaining fame on YouTube and later stealing the show on The Voice. Unfortunately, she tragically passed away on June 11, 2016. Following a performance at the Plaza Live Orlando Theater in Orlando, an obsessed fan approached her during a meet and greet. This fan, who had harbored a dangerous fixation on the 22-year-old singer, carried out a horrifying attack that ended her life. As the fan drew his weapon, Grimmie's brother Marcus acted with incredible bravery, immediately tackling the assailant in an attempt to protect his sister. Despite Marcus's heroic efforts, the gunman managed to fatally shoot Christina before turning the gun on himself. The senseless act of violence shocked the world, leaving fans and the music community grieving the loss of a talented young artist whose life and career were abruptly and tragically cut short. In the aftermath of the shooting, it was revealed that the gunman had confessed to a friend about his obsession with Christina and his delusional belief that they were meant to be together. However, he did not disclose the dark and sinister plan he had devised, which tragically culminated in the singer's death. 7. Mitsuharu Misawa. Mitsuharu Misawa was, without a doubt, a legendary figure in the world of professional wrestling. On June 13, 2009, during a match in Hiroshima, tragedy struck when Misawa suffered a fatal injury. The incident occurred after his opponent, Saito, executed a suplex, a common but physically demanding wrestling move. Following the move, Misawa collapsed in the ring, prompting the event organizers to immediately halt the match. As panic spread through the venue, Misawa was quickly attended to by medical personnel who began performing CPR in a desperate attempt to revive him. Despite their best efforts, Misawa was unresponsive and was later pronounced dead at the age of 46. His death sent shockwaves through the wrestling community, both in Japan and around the world, as fans and fellow wrestlers mourned the loss of a legendary performer. It was later revealed that he had been suffering from chronic back pain for some time, but had chosen not to seek medical treatment. This revelation added a layer of tragedy to the already heartbreaking event, as it suggested that Misawa may have been grappling with physical issues that could have contributed to his untimely demise. Misawa's passing highlighted the intense physical toll that professional wrestling can take on its athletes. many of whom continue to perform despite injuries or pain. His death serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers inherent in the sport and the importance of addressing health concerns, even for those who seem invincible in the ring. 8. Les Harvey. Les Harvey was a rising star in the rock world, known for his electrifying performances as the lead guitarist of the band Stone the Crows. He met a tragic and shocking end on May 3, 1972, a day that would send shockwaves to the music industry. During a performance at the Forever 27 Club in Swansea, England, Harvey was electrocuted in front of a stunned audience. The accident occurred when Harvey, after taking a swig from a cold, wet beer bottle, grabbed his microphone, which was improperly grounded. The combination of the wet bottle and faulty equipment created a deadly situation, delivering a fatal electric shock that killed the 27-year-old musician instantly. The incident was a devastating blow to the band and their fans. Investigations into the accident revealed that the microphone's grounding issues were to blame, highlighting serious lapses in equipment safety that led to the tragic outcome. The death of Harvey was not only a significant loss to the rock music community, but also to his bandmates, who were deeply affected by the incident. The emotional toll of Harvey's death proved overwhelming for the remaining members of Stone the Crows, leading to the band's disbandment shortly after the incident. Les Harvey's untimely demise remains a somber reminder of the potential hazards faced by live performers and the importance of stringent safety measures to prevent such tragedies. His passing at the age of 27 adds him to the unfortunate list of musicians who died young, leaving a legacy of both talent and heartbreak. 9. Yoshiyuki Takada. Yoshiyuki Takada's career was on the upswing when tragedy struck during a live event. Being a performer with Japan's acclaimed Sankai's Juku dance group, he tragically fell to his death on September 30, 1985, during a high-profile outdoor performance. They are already infamous for their daring and visually stunning displays. Sankai's Juku has garnered international attention with their bold performances. On this fateful day, Takada was participating in one of their signature stunts, which involved being suspended by a rope 80 feet above the ground. As Takada performed in front of thousands of spectators at the Mutual Life building in Seattle, the rope securing him suddenly snapped. The failure of the rope caused him to plummet to the ground, resulting in a fatal impact. The audience, initially unsure of the gravity of the situation, mistook Takada's fall for part of the performance or even a mannequin used in the act. The shock of witnessing the actual and tragic end of the performance left the onlookers in disbelief. The incident highlighted the inherent dangers of high-risk performances and raised questions about safety protocols in such daring acts. If you like this video, don't forget to share and subscribe. Also, let us know in the comments who surprised you in this list of celebrities who passed right in front of their fans.